Dear students, we reach in the last part of the story, The Lost Spring. Here, the writer meets a young girl by the name of Savida. She wears a faded pink colored dress. She is sitting with an elderly woman and they are joining piece of glass to make bangles. She notices her hands move like a machine tongue. The writer wonders if Savida knows that bangles are sacred. They are a good for woman's wifehood. And she imagines that Savida will realize this when she will become a bride. That day, she will cover her head with a red colored veil, color her hands with henna, and wear red colored bangles on her wrist. The elderly woman sitting next to Savida also became a bride many years ago. She is still wearing the glass bangles but has lost her eyesight now. The elderly woman complains that she has not eaten even a ser of food. Ser is a unit of measuring quantity. The woman wants to say that they are so poor that they cannot eat enough food. That is the benefit that she has received by adopting the profession of bangle making. The woman's husband has a flowing beard. He says that he does not know anything other than bangle making. All that he has been able to accomplish is to make a house for his family to live in. The writer wonders that probably the old man has achieved something which many other people have not been able to achieve. At least he has been able to secure a shelter for his family. This problem is faced in all the homes which carry on this profession. They do not know anything else other than bangle making, and it do not even provide them enough to eat. The young men who have entered the traditional profession also have the same complaint. With the passing time, there is no improvement in their condition. As they have been doing hard work for countless number of years, they do not have any ability to do something else or to dream of it. The writer suggests them to form a cooperative. She talks to a group of young men to get out of the clutches of the cruel middlemen who have trapped their elders. Then these men say that if they dare to do something like that, they will be dragged and beaten up by the police and sent to jail. Their acts will be treated to be unlawful. The writer feels that as they have no leader, they cannot think of doing things differently. They all are so tired, the men and their family. The man complains that it is a continuous process. Their poor condition led to lack of concern for their problems. This makes them greedy and led to injustice. The writer finds that there are two separate worlds for these people. One is of such family who are stuck in poverty and the pressure of doing the traditional profession according to the caste in which they are born. The other world is a never-ending cycle of moneylenders, middlemen, policemen, lawkeepers, government officials and politicians. Both of these worlds have forced the young boys to follow the family traditions. The young boys get into the profession and become a part of this cycle. Even before they realize it, if they do not do anything else, it means that they are challenging the two worlds. The boys have not been courageous up to be bold so that they could dare to go against the system. The writer is happy to sense that Mukesh has the spark in him. He repeats that he will be a motor mechanic. He wants to go to a garage and learn the job. The writer asks that as the